Vikings Nation, buckle up. If you thought this offseason was already wild, what I'm about to break down will shake the entire Minnesota Vikings landscape. Big names, massive contracts, leadership questions, and a franchise standing at a crossroads. This is not just another offseason update. This is a defining moment for the Vikings. We're talking about potential departures of veterans like Jonathan Allen and Ryan Kelly, following earlier speculation involving Aaron Jones and Javon Hargrave. The front office is staring straight at the salary cap, and tough decisions are looming. And trust me, this could change the identity of this team heading into 2026. So the big question is simple but powerful. Are the Minnesota Vikings retooling? Or are we witnessing the beginning of a full rebuild? Stay with me because this gets intense fast. Let's start with the front office shakeup. With Kwesi Adofo-Mensah no longer in the picture, Rob Brzezinski has been steering the ship while the Vikings sort out their long-term general manager plans. And that alone tells you this organization is in transition mode. When leadership changes, roster decisions usually follow. And that's exactly what we're seeing. The Vikings aren't just tweaking the roster. They're potentially preparing for significant financial restructuring. This isn't random bloodletting. It's calculated. It's strategic, and it's driven by one word: cap space. Now let's talk about Jonathan Allen. The two-time Pro Bowler signed a 3-year, $51 million deal in the 2025 offseason, with $23.5 million fully guaranteed. He started all 17 games last season and was one of the anchors of the defensive front. But here's where things get complicated. His $16 million salary was set to become fully guaranteed on March 13th. That kind of number forces serious conversations inside the building. There is a potential alternative. A salary conversion with void years could open up around $12.6 million in cap room. So this isn't necessarily about performance, it's about financial flexibility. Then there's Ryan Kelly. The 4-time Pro Bowler signed a 2-year, $18 million contract during that same aggressive 2025 roster overhaul. He was supposed to solidify the center position and anchor the offensive line. But his situation feels different. Kelly played just 8 games last season due to multiple concussions. And Vikings fans, we've all seen how dangerous that pattern can become. There's real speculation that retirement could be on the table. No official word yet, but when concussions become a yearly storyline, it changes the conversation entirely. Now circle back to Aaron Jones and Javon Hargrave. Their names have already surfaced as potential cap casualties if no trades materialize. Jones, in particular, presents a difficult emotional decision. He brought leadership. He brought presence in the locker room. Letting him go wouldn't just impact production. It would leave a leadership void that can't easily be replaced. Hargrave was part of that trench-focused rebuild vision. If he's moved, it signals that the original plan from 2025 may already be shifting dramatically. And that brings us to the bigger picture. It's getting harder to deny that the Vikings are trending toward a retool, maybe even a full rebuild. The 2026 roster could look nothing like the 2025 version. When expensive veterans are under review, it usually means the timeline is being reassessed. And that timeline affects everyone, especially the stars. Which leads us straight to Justin Jefferson. He's signed through 2028. He's the face of the franchise, and he has made it clear he wants to compete. Jefferson has publicly supported J.J. McCarthy, showing belief in the young quarterback's potential. But he's also shown frustration, and that's understandable. Elite players don't want to play for draft position. They want January football. They want deep playoff runs. They want Super Bowls. So how far away do the Minnesota Vikings believe they are from true contention? That single question drives every major decision happening right now. If the front office believes they are just a quarterback leap away from competing in the NFC North again, then maybe this is a calculated reset, not a teardown. But if they see a longer road ahead, then moving veterans now could be about building sustainable long-term success. The NFC North is not getting easier. The competition is fierce. And standing still is not an option. The Vikings have to choose a direction, and soon. One thing feels certain: the 2026 Minnesota Vikings will look very different from the 2025 squad. Different leaders, different core, possibly a different identity. And Vikings Nation, that can be scary, but it can also be the start of something powerful. Remember, every great era begins with tough decisions. So I want to hear from you. Are the Vikings making the right moves? Would you restructure Jonathan Allen? Move on from Ryan Kelly? Keep Aaron Jones for leadership? Drop your thoughts in the comments because this is one of the most important off-seasons in recent Minnesota Vikings history. If you love staying locked in on Minnesota Vikings news, cap updates, roster drama, and everything Vikings, make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with your fellow fans. This is Vikings Nation, and no matter what changes come, we ride together. Skol!